Welcome back to the channel, guys. Welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be telling you what they don't tell you at professional football trials, whether it's at academy level or it's in professional football in general. As you guys know, I went to a pro academy trial just a couple of months ago. It was last year. This is the video over here and it's at 2.1 thousand views right now. Thank you so much for everyone that liked that video and that took the time to watch that video. Okay, so let's jump into this video without wasting any further time. Number one, they're not looking to build a team. What I mean by that is they're not looking for more than 10 players. They're not looking for more than 5 players. They're just looking for 2 or 3 players. And it's unfortunate. The reason for that is because they're looking to add to their team. They're not looking to build a team. So it's further puts more emphasis on that. On that day, they are looking for absolutely the exceptional players only and not just mediocre or good enough. You have to be exceptional to be part of that team at the end of the day. And that gives you more motivation that you have to give it your all, but you have to be exceptional at the same time. I know it's unfair because hundreds of players turn up on trial day. But at the end of the day, they're only going to take 2 or 3 players on that day. 2 or 3 exceptional players. And this is something that happened actually at the academy trial that I went to. And that's the experience that I had. They only took like 2 or 3 players out of hundreds of players that turned up on the trial day. That day, I don't even know how many players I counted because you couldn't even count the players that turned up for the trial day. There were so many people that day, so many people, probably more than 100. There were so many good players, probably more than 100, and they just took 1 or 2 players for each age group. And that's just how it is. That's what they don't tell you in the sport. Other sports, it's not like this. You may find that chances of making it in a higher sport in other sports is easier. But football, this is what they don't tell you on the trial day, that they're only going to take 2 or 3 football players. So you have to know that when you're going for your next trial. Number two, you have to stand out. What do I mean by that? Now, I'm not going to say stand out with the normal, you have to have something special about your game or you have to have that long pin pass. No, I'm not going to take that direction this time. What I mean by you have to stand out is I'm going to ask you this question. Which player would you feel more confident about? This player on the right or this player on my left? Be honest, bro. Be honest. Based on these football 2 players, what they have on, based on what these 2 players have on, which player would you pick as a coach? Which player would you feel confident, let me say? Which player would you feel confident in taking between these 2 players? And tell me, does that have an impact on how you play also as well? You see, something that people don't know in football is that the way that you dress on the pitch, it has a big impact on how you play and on how other coaches as well view you. There's so many players on that day that had the nice, shinga, the nice socks, nice cut socks, matching t-shirt and trouser and all of this and that. And I'm telling you, football coaches, they do look at that, because it is something that says that you stand out in that trial, because if you dress the part, you just look the part. It's similar to going for a job interview. You have when you go to a job interview, you have a shirt and tie on, and you have your finest clothes on. It's the same thing with football trials. You have to have your finest football kit on. You have to have those cut socks. You have to have the wrist tape and all of that. So start prioritizing how you dress on the pitch because it's also going to give you confidence. And this is something that they are not going to tell you. Coaches and other football analysts, they're not going to tell you that dressing the part on the football pitch actually has a big impact on how you play and on how the scouts and the other coaches there on the trial day view you. So start prioritizing how you dress on the pitch. Number three, forget what your coaches said. Yes, you heard me right. Forget what your coaches said. I'm going to elaborate on this. Now, what I mean about that is that, have you ever been in a setting where you're playing for maybe your school team, or maybe you're playing in your local football team? What do your coaches always tell you? They always tell you to play two-touch football. They always tell you to not take as many risks. They always tell you to continue playing within the team's system and not to stand out. And bro, I'm going to tell you the truth right now. If you do not take out that mindset out of your brain when you're in a trial, I'm telling you, you are not going to make it. You are not. You have to forget what your coaches said to you, and you have to take that risk. Even if you have to take on 5 players, do it. You know, there's something that I wish I would have done more in the trials that I've been in, and that is to like just forget what your coaches say. Don't care about what the coaches outside are saying. Or I'm not saying that be play delusional football or anything like that. Obviously pass here and there, but bro, you have to stand out. You have to dribble and take as many risks as you can. You have to make that point that the coaches and the scouts outside of the playing ground where you're at, they see you. You have to stand out on that front. Forget what your coaches said. Don't pass as much as you used to pass when you were playing at your local team. Take more risks. Play your game, not their game. Don't play the coach's game. Play your game. Take as many risks. Enjoy. Play the same way you used to play when you were at your flow state, basically. When you were in flow state. Take more risks, bro. Believe me. Number 4, the one moment of brilliance theory. Now, this is a theory that I've made up for myself, and that is the one moment of brilliance theory. What I mean by this is that in a football trial, coaches, you'll probably be with them for the whole day, trialing, doing drills, and then playing small-sided games, and then finally playing a full game, and throughout all of this, they're going to test your fitness and your football IQ and many factors within the game. So the one moment of brilliance theory is something that means that you have to produce one moment of brilliance, something special. And the truth is, what they don't tell you is that football coaches and scouts and trials, they do not focus on 90% of your game. They're only looking for that 10% of the moment of brilliance. You can have one moment where everyone is looking at you and you did something spectacular. And that moment, already the coach has it in his head that we're taking it. So the one moment of brilliance theory is, bro, I'm not saying that play bad football for 90% of the trial and then you can just rely on one good moment. No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that the coach's mind in the trial, what they prioritize is one moment of brilliance. One moment of brilliance. Like if you take a long range shot and you hit a top bin, it's going to be stuck in the coach's head for the rest of the trial. It's not going to leave his head. And automatically, when the trial is over, he's going to be forced to pick you at the end of the trial, bro. So the one moment of brilliance theory will have that moment stuck in the coach's head, stuck in the scout's head. Now, bro, all of these theories is something that I wish I would have implemented in the trials that I went to. But I'm telling you, bro, all of these things that I've said in this video, you have to apply them because I've been in more than one trial. I've been in different trials, and I already know that these theories, they are proven to work because I've seen other people who I'm learning from, who I learned from, actually use these theories and it has worked for them. Now guys, I have given you 4 different things that they don't tell you about football trials. Now, use this to your advantage. And if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.